Hello, it's a great day, team. Welcome to the Trading Trail. This is a series where I go ahead and recap all of my trades that I take for the day. And today is February 20th, and I traded a total of 3 different tickers today. I'm red on one of them and green on two. So, very happy about that. And today I was able to lock in nice, clean $500 winner. So $501.78 today. So very happy with my performance. I'd probably give it a solid A. I think I saw a lot of the larger moves. Now, I will say I made a few mistakes where I ended up giving back almost $200 in profit. I had a today's high of about $700 in gains. But unfortunately, I'd made a few mistakes, traded beneath the downtrend, and broke a few of my rules. And I did end up giving back about $200 of profit. So kind of unfortunate, but I think I was still seeing the larger picture on a lot of these stocks. Now, the trade of the day, who I'm going to give that to, is XOS. Man, oh man, was that a banger of a trade? Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to play it for the larger move, but I knew this one had room to run, and I'm glad I had focus on it because it's a great one to study. Now, I'm also happy with my execution today. I was able to finish the day with plenty of settled funds. I definitely could have stayed around a little bit longer, maybe taken full advantage of this a setup like this. But I was just happy to get some really nice early morning green and walk away. I did have a pretty busy morning, but regardless, we were able to lock in some nice early morning money. And the first trade of the day was on WOK. This one didn't exactly trade to my plan. At the very beginning of the morning, I was sitting down between 6 and 7 in the morning, and I thought that I was finding a very good support test to buy off of in this area. My thought process was getting in at the break of this downtrend right here, and then I wanted to see a nice break and hold of this area, then setting up into 7 in the morning. So I thought I was going to be able to scalp in some nice profits right there. Unfortunately, this one did intend to dip back out just a little bit more and then set up for that 7 in the morning trade. Now, one other thing that I do want to point out for beginning traders is this early in the morning, man, oh man, was it slow. So if we just go through here, following my rules of looking for low float, high volume stocks, I'm not trading that one, not trading that one. Nope, 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 nope. Uh, we did trade XOS. Nope, 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 nope. So in reality, there were only about three stocks to even keep an eye on setting up in the morning. And that would have been XOS, WOK, MNDR, and FGEN. But MNDR had a way too big of a float, and so did FGEN. So that draws my attention to XOS and WOK. They were so far the best winners of the day. Now, zooming in on WOK here, this is the daily chart. So this one was kind of interesting because currently in the morning it was trading within this range, right down here at $4. Now we also have a few nice little downtrends placed that we're expecting to possibly find some resistance in these areas. But more importantly, we have this larger resistance right here, but we also sold off very heavily. So we could be buying into bag holders that could be trying to close their position. So since it sold off so hard, I was expecting to find some major resistance right here in this area. So if price was able to set up in a strong way within this area and then get a break of this 4 area, that's going to show some really quick movement all the way up to the 5 area. That's what I'm thinking on this stock early in the morning, if it's going to show enough room to that next psychological level, which is the 5 area. Now let's go ahead and move into what we ended up attacking at 7 in the morning. Now, you can also see that I tried to play this stock a few too many times earlier in the morning. Now, my thought process here was that we were going to get I was planning on trying to grab these shares as price is trading off of the 10 EMA on the 5. We're on a 1-minute chart, so that nicely lines up with our 50 EMA on the 1. I was thinking that I can buy some off of the support test. We're going to get a break and hold, and then the rocket ship at 7 in the morning. So I wanted to try and grab some shares a little bit early right here, so that that would allow me to go in with larger position right here after taking some profit off the table. Unfortunately, we never get a break of any of these downtrends, so every time that it rejects, I just go ahead and cut with a smaller loss. I was only risking I think it was about 3, maybe 5% on each of these trades. So smaller losses for sure. I think I definitely could have been a little bit more patient, but the thought process with these entries were to get a starter position on the table. So small size, all of these losses were smaller size with tight entries and tight risk management. So that would allow me to go in with some bigger size when we're actually testing that key area. So unfortunately, price never ends up holding any of these key levels. So I end up, cutting it very tight, looking for another entry as we start to reverse back up, cutting it once again. But I'm very happy that I land this larger move. And this ended up making back for much more than all of these small little losses that I had within this area earlier on. So my first entry into 7 in the morning was right around here. I was buying shares right around at 360 as price was breaking out right about this 357 area. 357 grabbed from this and this resistance right here, thinking that if we get a move above, I can keep some very tight risk management off of any of these EMAs and this 357 area. And then I'm buying as more buyers are starting to step into 7 in the morning. And then after seeing this really, really strong reaction right above that downtrend, I get in with even more share size right about here for that larger move. Once again, I'm taking some profit off the table up here. This is a great profit taking area because we had 431 charted from before. And then once we get the 431 break, I'm adding back right here and then taking even more profits off the table into that 475 area. Most of my sells on this trade were up here around that 470 area. So quite a phenomenal execution following and trading off of the 7 a.m. volume. So just on this one right here, I was able to lock in this flipped me about $600 green on the day after roughly minus $100 on that first initial attempts at it. So minus 100 here and then plus 700 here, which means this put me about $600 in the green today, just on that nice 7 in the morning trade. Now let's go ahead and continue on see how it sets up later on. So I try and take another stab at it right down here as I see it was holding. The thought process with this trade was as long as it's able to hold this support right here and hold the 432 and the 10 EMA on the 5, which it does actually end up happening. I just unfortunately get wicked out right here and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get around trade through any of this chop. Even back here, I was thinking it's going to take a long time to rally back up to those highs if it is able to show any more strength. So, do I really want to hold a position for, an hour? I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop out. Like even if the 10 EMA on the 5 holds, which it does. The 10 EMA on the 5 held very strong this entire move. And that's what this trade was supposed to accomplish. As long as the 10 EMA on the 5, I'm taking maybe 3% risk for the chance of rallying back up to those pre-market highs. And I think this trade was actually still a phenomenal trade. I quite honestly just didn't want to stare at the market for for an entire hour monitoring a small position size that I took right here. So I was like, you know what? I'm already green on the day. Let's not get too aggressive with my trading. Just make sure we lock in the green on the day. So I didn't want to just stare at the markets for too long, so I decided to just stop out and get on with my morning. And then I see this really nice setup right here. So trading off of these key levels, all that I have circled, allows me to take some shares right here and then get in a nice extra $100 winner. So from here, I'm looking for the breakthrough 478 and looking to get price to at least get back up to that 5 level. 521 is a very, very important key level to pay attention to on the longer time frame chart. I don't think I have the longer time frame on WK pulled up. But 521 was a very, very key level to pay attention to on the daily chart. So I was thinking a break of that 521 is going to show room for that larger move. Yes, here we go. So 521 is this area right here. And so basically so far this morning, we were able to trade it from this three area all the way up to that 5 and then 521. And now if we get that break and hold of 521, we would love to see a psychological 6 or maybe 651. It's not a guarantee. We end up finding resistance right here at that 6 psychological level. But we basically traded this one from about $3 all the way up to 6. Quite a phenomenal trade. Let's see here. So here we go. Then WOK. This one, again, this is where I make another mistake and I get in a little bit too early with some bigger size because I thought it was showing enough strength for that. So right here, I'm noticing that price is trading very nicely off of the 10 EMA on the 5. Again, purple line, 50 EMA on the 1, lines up closely with that 10 on the 5. So price is holding very nicely right here. So I was thinking that we could possibly get a nice little break through this next downtrend that we have drawn from this recent pullback right here. So this recent pullback, I draw a downtrend from right here to the body of the candle, where instead I should have drawn the downtrend from the wick as it's respected a little bit more. So I get chopped up right here. This buy right here, I actually get in at the break of this downtrend right here. And then I'm looking for price to find support and then add back with heavier size on the actual break of this downtrend, looking for the break through that 521 resistance. Again, 521 is the big resistance on that daily chart. Back here, I'm thinking we just broke 521 too early. And that's exactly what we did. We broke 521 too early, then we slammed back down. Find support on the 10.5, come back up. I'm trying to buy some shares on the off of this pullback, looking for the breakthrough 521. We don't get the breakthrough 521. Now, I think in this area, when price isn't cleanly respecting my downtrends, it's just another reason to get kind of chopped around. Especially when I know that 521 it's a little bit too early for it this early in the morning. Stopping out right here is perfectly fine. I think that's great risk management. And then noticing how price is going to need to dip out a little bit more for market open, because the break of 521, if it wasn't able to happen right here, most likely it's going to need into market open to then consolidate. So I got faked out from a bad downtrend line drawn. That's the reason I was looking for the entry right here, grabbing shares off of this pullback for the breakthrough 521. We don't get the breakthrough 521 because price finds resistance at 521, of course, and the more proper downtrend drawn from the wick and not the body of the candle there. So this is also exactly what the move that we were looking for into market open. So we have this downtrend drawn just like this, and then we get market open, price comes up, finds resistance at that 5, slams back down, dips, and then starts to rip back up. on this rip action, right when we get the break of this downtrend and the break of this 5 level, that is basically the confirmation that, okay, we should be getting that 521 break very soon. If we get a break of this 5 area, a break and hold of 5, that often shows room to the 7 to 10 area. So we get the break of the 521, which again, we know is the very, very important key level. Then we also take out these pre-market highs at 528 and then immediately halt up. And then opens and then immediately halts up, almost halts up again. So quite a phenomenal move and slams all the way up to that 6 area, which again, we found resistance at the psychological 6 right here. So all key levels that could have been placed ahead of time. And multiple opportunities to have landed a trade on WOK. Another ticker that I decided to play into market open was XOS. XOS ended up making some amazing moves. Again, we had this one on our top gainers earlier this morning. XOS is right there. It was setting up with a smaller float and high volume was stepping in. Volume did seem to kind of disappear on it leading up into market open, but as we started to reverse and trail back up, we get a break of the downtrend right here, right before market open. Price comes up, holds above the downtrend, and then boom, skyrockets up to that 5 area. Price comes back down, finds support on a downtrend. Here we go. So we get the break and hold of the key 425 area, which is grabbed from this area right here as price was trying to come back up and triple tops that 425 resistance. And then into market open, we get the break and hold. And then we get the break of the longer term downtrend, which is drawn from this area. And that's what sets us up for that larger move. Quite a phenomenal trade. Makes its way all the way up to $9. Very, very nice. So unfortunately, I do end up missing the bigger move on XOS. I do get stopped back out on this so I take in small size right about here, and then I'm taking some profit off the table up here, and then I'm basically cutting for break even on the rest of the shares as price came up and then back down, retesting the 425. So we get the break and hold of the 425 within this area, and that's what sets us up for the break of the next downtrend and the move all the way up to $6 and $9. So unfortunately, could have definitely traded XOS with some much larger size, but again, I already landed some green on the day, so I didn't want to get too greedy. But WOK, XOS, and then I also took a small little loss on BRTX. That one I was looking for, price to hold above the 10 EMA on the 5, and then continue on higher, get that extension higher. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so that one was a smaller loss, thankfully. But one bad trade is not going to mess up all of the nice green that I was able to get on a WOK and XOS. So quite a phenomenal day trading. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop a comment. And safe trading, everyone. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Safe trading, everyone. Adios.